This is a crazy home invasion that we're going to take a look at, and it exemplifies exactly why not only do you need more than, let's say, 10 rounds in your firearm, but it also exemplifies why it's very important to get some level of training and get to that point where muscle memory takes over in times of stress. This man did exactly what he needed to protect those inside of his home, but I feel like there are lessons to be learned. So let's take a look at some of those.
Horrifying moments captured on home security video showing Benjamin Nevers in an early morning shootout with a man who had just broken into his home on North Brookside in Dearborn Heights this past weekend. Benjamin says he and a buddy just got back from the Bahamas and were looking for a quiet, relaxing night when two suspects appeared on security video, breaking in through a kitchen window and milling around the house. His friend was held down at gunpoint in the living room.
Down.
And I woke up and I was just quick enough to react and grab my gun and cock it. And I just sat there and kind of waited. I knew they were going to come to my room.
As soon as that gunman came in, mayhem ensued. An outside camera caught the injured suspect struggling to leave the house. Police arrested the suspected shooter, identified by investigators as Philip Price, now facing assault with intent to murder, armed robbery, and other charges as part of a 21-count indictment.
So first things first, it's really good he's got that situational awareness where it's like, okay, I heard something weird is going on, and he grabs his gun instinctually. That's great. But as you can see here, the way he's holding it tells me one of two things. It's either that he bought this gun and has never taken it to the range, or has taken it a few times just to figure out how it works, how to load it, how to, shoot the gun. Or he's decently trained, but not enough to get the muscle memory that you need in times of stress. Either one could produce this, what you see here, where he's got one hand on the gun and the other hand held in an awkward position where his thumb is wrapped over the top of the slide. That is not proper grip because, one, you could induce a malfunction. It's the same as if you put your thumb behind the slide and you fire and it short strokes. It's not going to eject correctly, and then it's not going to chamber another round. So you can induce a malfunction. Now, he didn't do that here because he was able to, I guess, I don't know if his thumb was touching the slide or just floating over it, but when you see the second shot here, the thumb is still over it. And then as he falls, I can't really tell if he pulls the thumb back or if he lets go of it or whatever the case may be, but you can see as he's falling, he's shooting more shots. So he didn't cause a malfunction, but that is a danger with doing something like that. The other thing that you'll notice is as we move forward in this video is he is standing what looks to be like right in front of the doorway. And the thing is like if you're shooting in one direction, you have to assume that bullets are going to be coming back at you. I mean, that's the whole reason that you've armed yourself, is in preparation to be shot at, right? It could be any other threat like a knife or whatever the case may be, but like I'm preparing to shoot because I think somebody's going to be shooting back at me. And he waited in his room, which is a confined space. Now, obviously, don't go running out into the unknown, but he stayed in one spot the entire time until he fell back, and I'm assuming that's because he got hit and then he fell down. And he's standing directly in front of his sleeping girlfriend. Now, I get it, the room is not super big, so there's not really a whole lot of spaces that he could move to, but he stays in one space and doesn't really move. He could move off to the side a little bit, get offline from where his girlfriend is sleeping. Now, this is stuff that you have to think about beforehand. This is why I think, personally, it's important to run through these scenarios with the people that live in your house, or at the very least by yourself. Take your gun, clear your house, figure out what angles would work, especially for like a bedroom or something like that, because you could move to our right side of the screen, but to his left over by where this nightstand is, and if he's shooting and being shot at from that angle, I think his girlfriend may not have been hit, because if they're shooting at him and he's off like that, it's less likely. It's not impossible that she gets hit, but it's less likely because in this position, he's standing right in front of her. Figure out what angles work, what angles don't work. In my apartment, I've done the best I can, but the layout's really weird, so I know where I would and would not stand. You guys should do the same, and I think that he didn't do this, and it's very hard to think about those things in the moment, so you have to have thought about it beforehand.
My foot's completely shattered. Like it's Dave screws and plates, immediate surgery, and then I got hit in the back right here as well.
That's Benjamin's girlfriend in the bed and in shock.
I know she got shot in the back, and it like traveled up, and I know it like hit her kidney, and I think it's like lodged in her chest right now. Like they can't get the bullet out because it's too dangerous. So I know they're watching her. I know it's gonna be like a couple more days. The bag that they tried to get was right there, and there was a bottle of Don Julio in it, and a chocolate bar, and then there was a studio microphone that I have. Like these guys did this for nothing. Yeah, I'm just happy everybody is, alive and well. I mean, I really didn't. I'm kind of glad the guy who shot me is still alive too. I don't want to kill nobody.
So people will be asking like, well, why do you need more than 10 shots? You can show them this video, and this is a prime example. First off, in this one engagement with just this one gunman, in this one instance, he shot 7 shots, right? If this guy only had 10 shots, he'd only have 3 left. There were 2 intruders. What would have happened if the other intruder decided to come in here and try to finish him off, right? He's got 3 shots. It took 7 to just injure the other guy, right? Now, part of that is because of, missing, the, oh no, I'm being shot out, and not aiming correctly, and of course his grip on the gun. But that's 7 shots, got 3 left, and there's 2 intruders. That's a problem. So that's why you should have 15, 17 round mags, 30 round mags, stuff like that. It's because in a lot of home invasions, it's more than one person breaking into your home. It's usually pairs. Next time an anti-gunner comes to you and says, well, you only need 10 rounds, show them this video and explain to them exactly why you need more than that. At the end of the day, guys, no one's coming to save you, right? All of that happened in probably less than 5 minutes. There was no time to call the cops, and even if you had called the cops are minutes away when seconds matter. Both him and his girlfriend ended up being shot in this engagement. Now, whether that's because of his training or lack thereof, or just because the gunman got lucky, 2 people are injured. I mean, his girlfriend has a bullet stuck in her chest, possibly permanently. His foot is shattered, and he got shot in the back. At the end of the day, guys, this is why we have the Second Amendment, because you need to be able to protect yourself. I mean, even though he seems to have not been the most well-versed on how to utilize his firearm, him and his girlfriend are still alive. Albeit, yeah, injured, but they're alive. Now, with that being said, this is why training does matter. Yes, the bad guy has luck and may have still hit him or his girlfriend, no matter what amount of tactics or training he employed, but you can lessen the chances because usually the person who wins the gunfight is the person who gets the most efficient, effective first shot on target, right? In a high center chest or headshot, right? So at the end of the day, this guy protected his family and his friend who was being held down at gunpoint in the living room because the other guy ran away. Everybody ended up living, and the guy is going to be going to jail with a whole lot of charges. I think it was 21 counts of different things. So he's going to be away for a long time. It's a good thing he didn't die. And of course, anti-gunners are going to be like, well, why are you going to shoot somebody over trying to steal your stuff? Well, first of all, they were armed. But second of all, even if they weren't armed, these people are breaking into your house. You don't know what their intentions are. Anyway, guys, you tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that way you get notified every time I post a new video. And let me know, what do you guys think? Do you think it was because of lack of training, or do you think it was just the, oh no, I'm being shot at factor? Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys next time.